Love Drew.
I
I,
love
I,
Drew.
I've got a kind of a weird crush on Drew McIntyre. Anyway, continue.
I get it. I get it. Dude, I have a weird crush on Adam Pearce. I cannot judge.
I forgot about that.
Drew is great. I love that he has a sword. I always said that we should just put our money where our mouth is and make Drew just like a Highlander. Like he's a time traveler from like 14th century Scotland and he just doesn't know anything. He just knows that he has to wrestle people.
Oh, absolutely. Also, one of my favorite things that I've always kind of wanted in I mean, it's kind of a hard gimmick to do because like where do you go from there? But I do love the idea of a gimmick that's like this guy brought a knife. And I have seen wrestlers do that, but it always ends up just having to like, they have to lose it eventually because there's no fun in that. But I do like the idea of, like he brought a sword. He's not going to use it though.
See, this is why this match was a low for me. Not this was an unsanctioned match. This was WWE does not take liability for what happens on this match. We're still going to air it on ESPN. But it was not at all like anything worse than we saw anywhere else, especially because it was airing. This was there were two matches that aired on linear ESPN and then it went to the app. So this was one of the two matches that aired on television. So it was never going to be, like a hardcore wrestling match. But like there was more blood in the main event.
Yeah.
In both main events than there was.
This was just about pulling out the toolbox from behind the Gatorade bottles under the ring,
Yeah.
I do like getting to see the Gatorade bottles under the ring. I'm like, ooh, look, that's where they keep their snacks.
But like to that point, there's a sword.
There's a sword.
This is an unsanctioned match, and there's a sword back there, and you're pulling out a toolbox. You're going for a wrench. You brought a sword.
And even if Drew McIntyre is not going to use the sword, Jacob Fatu is crazy. He should use the sword. Like that was strange.
If you're gonna do a whole thing about how this is an unsanctioned match and we're not going to take responsibility for anything that happened, make something crazy happen that you don't want to take responsibility for. That feels like such a...
Yeah. Also, I know I sound like a broken record, but again, I spent a lot of the weekend also watching these collective matches, many of which are like death matches with guys who like cut themselves. So it was it's hard to impress me with a wrench.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was a low for me.
Low for us. I do like Jacob Fatu though. He's fun to. He's intense. He's intense.
Yeah,
exciting.
He's good. I like him. This should have been a much more fun match than it was.